Hello there, folks. My name is Bobby Corbin. Welcome to the 615 Hideaway. I'm looking forward to playing some tunes for you here and seeing what happens. And I've never done something quite like this before, and it sounds great in this room, and I'm just looking forward. I'm going to start playing some tunes for you. I guess just start right off. Here we go. There was a man standing out in the cold. His face was young, but his soul was old. Ooh, come tomorrow. Ooh, run today. Ooh, there'll be sun tomorrow, like the songs of yesterday. Just like the songs of yesterday. I couldn't stand hanging out in the cold, so I stepped inside a bar where the air was warm, and I said, please, won't you hear my story? Oh, I'm so lonely. Another drink, would you please come for me? It helps me to feel at home here, and it makes me feel like you know me. So won't you listen while I sing you a story? Now here I sit, I don't feel so alone, 'cause I'm drunk to the bone and my story's told. So babe, now you've heard my story. Oh, it does feel like you know me. Come on, come home, come please, come love me. Allow me to show you this life of mine. Oh my, I will have a real fine time. This rolling stone won't have to beg or borrow. I won't have to drink our sorrows. Let us get the show on the road, where we can be forever at home. There was a man riding out on the road. His place was none, but it all was home. Ooh, come tomorrow. Ooh, run today. Ooh, there'll be sun tomorrow, like the songs of yesterday. Just like the songs of yesterday. Oh, how I long for yesterday. Yeah. It's a song called Old Soul Out in the Cold. And one of the songs I wrote a couple of years ago when I was living down in Austin, Texas, and kind of finished it when I moved here to Nashville. I've lived in Nashville for about a year and a half now, and been working on writing some tunes and stuff, and finally just about a month ago recorded a collection of demos of mine. And nothing too serious, you know, I just went in, recorded everything. I messed up a few lyrics and a couple of flat notes and stuff like that, but decided to do some recording and get this thing into motion. So it's really cool to be here today with you guys and playing these tunes for you. So, you know, we'll talk more about the album as things go on, but, you know, it's really about the music, so let me get back to that. This song is called If You Know My Name, and it's on the open fret, so I might as well take the capo off there. All right, if you know my name. If you know my name, then please say hello. Come on, please tell me, tell all you know. So I'm the one you'll meet, walking down the street. Might be no shoes upon my feet, but baby, I got soul, and a house is not a home, even with those fancy clothes. And there's a chill within your soul when you turn on the heat. So come on and join me, come on your own. Come on, please tell me all you know. Say hello, for I have been lost without a trace. Please call home, I've been traveling near and far, shooting for the stars, and I've been wondering where you are, the woman I know. So come on and join me, come on your own, and come on, please tell me, tell all you know. Yes, come on and join me, come on your own. Come on, please tell me, tell all you know. Yeah, all right. So yeah, again, you know, all these songs are songs that I've spent a lot of time writing and trying to figure out and arranging properly, and I've tried them with different groups and bands in different ways, and and I'd love to definitely make a record and have a bunch of musicians playing on this and a lot of sounds going on, more than just the acoustic guitar. But really the bass is just the song itself, just the chords and the progression and the melody, and after that you can build. But that's where I've been coming from. So things like that, where that bridge went going, and that's definitely a part where there'd be a lead guitar or something like that. So these are just the beginnings here, but the core is there. So all right, I'm gonna go a little finger picking. Many miles to run, and many miles to go. Many miles in the sun, and many miles in the cold. And I feel, oh how I feel. Oh yes, I feel like a stone. Time's a trial known to none. Some choose to walk while others run. But in time, my time will come when all is said and done. But the ones I've chose to love will live on. Yes, they live on. They live on. And I find myself believing that in life I've gone too far. I find myself believing my own lies. I find myself believing that there is a light before the dawn. But then I find myself misreading my own lines. I find myself believing that in time I'll find a rhyme that'll open up the door to many more. But then I find myself mistreated, and I stop to wonder why and oh what for. Yes, so what for? So what for? There's many miles to run and many miles to go. Many miles in the sun and many miles in the cold. And I feel, yes I feel, well, how I feel. For every single one of these, but I think I'd rather just keep playing and talk later. But this next one does deserve an explanation, because you're going to hear it, you're going to say, that sounds a lot like something else. And what that something else is a lot like James Taylor and John Denver, because at the time I wrote this, I was camping out in Austin, Texas, and I had a James Taylor CD, Mudslide Slim, and I was listening to John Denver, Rocky Mountain High, those two albums. That's what I was listening to constantly as I was working during the day. And, you know, from listening to that, I wrote this song. And obviously at the beginning, it's funny, I played for people and they said, hey, is that James Taylor? And I said, well, kinda, yeah, but I took it a different direction, you know. There you go, right there, that's really it. So yeah, this is a song called Mornings Afternoon, and we'll see. Find anew, and when the dark clouds have finally founded you, when the sunshine finally breaks through, won't you come see me mornings afternoon? Fall you must, break your trust, you soon find you're alone here with all of us. Now when your maiden's love is falling through, when it seems that you love her less than she loves you, when you go your own way, 'cause that's what's tried and true, won't you come see me mornings afternoon? But don't you cry, the sunshine will lie straight faced to you. Now miles of maybe lie in front of you, the time it rolls by beyond horizon's view, when signs of good fortune you question if they're true, won't you come see me mornings afternoon? You can stay and make you pay, or come out along the way, but won't you believe me, there must be a better way. And don't you cry, the sunshine will lie straight faced to you. And dry your eyes, in time you'll find a rhyme that's meant for you. Yep, that's another one there. So, all right, cool. So that's song 4 of 9. So I'm playing all these songs in the order of them, and I didn't really think about doing this. I do have a copy of the CD with me, and I asked some of the people that are here helping me produce this, Sam and Sammy and Josh, what should I do? How should I talk to the camera? Because I don't know. You know, I'm so used to just playing. I'm not used to talking to an audience like this, you know, out there in Cyberland. But I do have the CD, and it's a little collection of demos of, I called it living room music, because when I was recording it, and in the production phase, the person who was editing it, I told them, I don't want any, just leave it like it is. No reverb, no fancy stuff, just keep it like it is, because I want it to sound like it's in the living room with us. I want it to sound like it's in the living room, like just like I recorded it, just like it came out. You know, there's no fancy schmancy stuff. And that's what this is. So living room music, Bobby Corbin. And, it's all handmade, just a random CD. I bought a bunch of stuff at the shop up the road at a Target, and printed it out myself and went to FedEx and printed out all the album covers and stuff. And a friend of mine took it in my living room. And the cover's a little bit dark, but when you put it right in the sunlight, the colors come out really kind of bright. And that's kind of a cool little metaphor for the whole thing, really. You got to put it right in the sun to be able to see it properly. So, all right, this next song I'm going to play is called Say You Love Me / Guilty of Loving You, because it's kind of a strange song. It's got doesn't really have a chorus. I mean, there is a verse and a chorus to it and a bridge, but I don't know, there's like 2 parts that are kind of recognizable sing-along things, I think. That's kind of maybe wishful thinking, but I played it with some friends and they like to sing it, so we shall see. And this is the longest one on the album. This one's about 5.5 minutes long, so be patient, Hopefully I don't put you to sleep. Try and keep it going, so. Say you love me. All right. I packed my bags, I'm on my way. Flying high, I'm up on a jet plane. Say you love me. Please say you will. Yes, please say you will. Please. No, I don't mind flying high all the time. You are on my mind. You say you will stay. No, I don't mind doing time for the crime that it's guilty they will find me of loving you. Yes, loving you. Yes, guilty of loving you. Now I can't say where I'm off to next, but I hope you're well and I wish you the best, 'cause yes, you know I love you. You know I love you. So sing, say you love me. Say you love me. Say you love me. Please say you will. Yes, please say you will. Please. So I don't mind staying drunk all the time. Rye whiskey and fine wine. If you say you will be my lady, and I don't mind doing time for the crime that it's guilty they will find me of loving you. Yes, loving you. Yes, guilty of loving you. It's loving you. Guilty of loving you. Bring me back home again and sing my favorite song, my friend. You know the one that goes, say you love me. Yes, say you love me. You say you love me. Say you love me. Say you love me. Please say you will. that's the long one. You know, definitely some room for a nice little jam there at the end, so that's why I left it in there for my recording. Just so, you know, all these recordings that I made on this particular thing, it's not an album, like I said, it's a collection of demos. It was all, I went in and within an hour this whole thing was done. It was all one take, there's some flat notes, there's some missed lyrics and stuff. And I sped up once or twice, but you know, that's all natural stuff. I don't know, I mean, obviously you're supposed to have good timing and perfect pitch and all that stuff, it'd be nice, but yeah, I'm still working on it, you know. All right, so this next song I'm gonna do is Funny How You Wish. And I wrote this, literally, there's a lot of lyrics that are like literally what I was experiencing. I was, you know, sitting on the Cumberland River here in Tennessee over in Donaldson and just killing time, hanging out and working on some songs. And, you know, it's just kind of funny how sometimes songs just like, you know, I don't know. I didn't intend upon it. It just kind of happens. And then before you know it, I'm writing about what I'm experiencing. And then you have a song all of a sudden. It's like, oh, okay, that's pretty nice. It's not something you can always force. Sometimes things just come. And that's kind of the thing. I don't like sit down every day trying to write songs. I just play, and if something starts resonating, that's what I do. So this is when I made the album, I kind of consciously designed it in a way that it would flow like an album. So this is kind of the come down after that long, heavy jam there. So Funny How You Wish, and hopefully I can keep it nice and slow. I'm be tempted to speed up, but let's see what happens here. Funny how you wish you were where you're not. You wish you could be back in the place where you got here from, full of memories and what could be lessons you've been taught. So looking back now, it all seems so beautiful, perfectly and meant to be. Oh, my friends, the fun we've had. Now I'm sitting here by the running river, wondering who, what, where, and why. Should I roll on down the highway, or should I go on back to bed? But then I remember I've been here before. Just let the river roll on by. You've got to love the life you live, and live the life you love. Said love the life you live, and live the life you love, because it's all gonna go on by fast enough. Funny how you wish. You've got to love the life you live, and live the life you love. Said love the life you live, and live the life you love, 'cause it's all gonna go on by fast enough. that's another one of them, you know. And I think I didn't speed up too much. I think I, after doing that a million times, I've become more aware of, okay, keep it cool, keep it slow, you know, and trying to give that song a feeling, you know, because it's about the feeling, you know. It's one thing to write a song and the chords and the melody and the words, but it's that intangible energy that that's the thing that makes a song something, you know. And I'm talking about people that I'm inspired by, like Neil Young or Jackson Browne or James Taylor or John Denver, like I talked about. And there's many more than that, but you know, that's what I'm striving to, you know, I don't know, but that's what I admire, and that's the music I'm trying to create. You know, I'm not trying to imitate anything. You know, you hear the lyrics to my songs. I'm trying to tell the truth of what I feel, and that's just all I can do. You know, how the outside world reacts to it isn't my business, really. I just got to tell the way I feel. That's how it goes, really. So, all right, this next one is another one that I wrote. I wrote this when I first moved to town here, and was in a very creative time. I was totally sober and focused and going to the gym constantly and just doing nothing but work and writing and reading and stuff. And it was kind of a very fruitful time of writing songs and stuff. And this little finger-picking thing was something I had beforehand for moving down here, and kind of, you know, it came together as a song within the first couple weeks of moving down here, like November of 2016. And now here we are. It's what, July of 2018. So time keeps marching. Time keeps marching on. So this is a little finger-picking thing, and again, hopefully I sing this one on key, because on the recording I made, I listened back to it and it's definitely flat. You know, everyone's their own worst critic, but it's definitely flat. So here we go. Let's see. This is Too Qualified to Tell, and I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but those are the words that came out.
Too qualified to tell if I'll find myself in heaven or in hell, 'cause the way I see it, I am here to help us make it through one more lost and lonely day, just going from station to station. You and I will make our way. Yes, we will make it. We will make it through one more lost and lonely day. Another year coming, another year gone, with nothing much to say. I loved and lost, and at the truth I've cost, with nothing but songs to sing. You weren't worth the cost I paid. All was lost to was songs I played. Love conquers all, at least that's what they say. But who are they anyway? I love to meet the man qualified to say. You weren't worth the cost I paid. And all was lost to was songs I played.
Short and sweet and to the point. Nothing really repeats in that one. It kind of just goes right through. So, yep. All right. Next song. This one is probably the most recent song I've written fully, but I liked it so much that I had to put it on this thing of demos. Some of these songs are a couple of years old. Some of these songs are just about a month old. And this is one of those new ones. I've been messing around with the chord progression and melody for a while, but then finally the words came together and turned into something totally different and more bold. So.
sea sailing hearts. You think that you know where the truth lies, you know what's in store. You think you know what's going on round your back door. But then the rains came, you know, and then the suns came, you know. This is the story you've been told 1,000 times or more. Now, have you ever left the train a-rolling, or found your way wandering round in the dark? Have you ever met an army of angels throwing darts? You think that you know why the sun shines and what is swimming underneath the sea. You think you know what's going on with you and me. And then the rains came, you know, and then the suns came, you know. This is a story you've been told 1,000 times or more. So once you've gathered up all of your memories, and then you've thought about the ends you've met, why don't you think about your life and the ones you love here in the present tense? Now, have you ever felt you wanted to be free, but when your eyes are open, found out you can't see? Felt for the longest time you've been swimming upstream, frustrated, found out that your life is a mystery. Chalked it up to this whole scene in the grand scheme, and it don't mean a thing. Babe, won't you follow me? Follow me into the sun. Just like Icarus, the winged will fall, but we'll have had our fun. It's all the same, make a change. Write a song that you can sing. Stake your claim for tune and fame. Find your way like a blind man's cane. 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 It's all the same, make a change. Write a song that you can sing. Stake your claim for tune and fame. Find your way like a blind man's cane. Find your way like a blind man's cane. Find your way like a blind man's cane.
So yeah, that's one, probably the only one on the record that we did add a little bit of reverb to it because I thought it sounded cool with like a bigger sound to it. You know, really kind of shimmer. That's honestly my favorite little part of the record. Those high notes right there, and something I've been working on, trying to hit those high notes. It's I've many a times gone to an open mic and blown it and hit terrible notes and walked out embarrassed, and I had to do that a million times in order to learn how to do it properly. That's just kind of how it goes, and it's real. This is not something that just happens, and I didn't. I'm still learning, but I've obviously come a long way from where I was, and that's just the reality of it. You got to blow it a million times before you actually get to where you want to be. Hit all those bad notes and learn. The thing about being a singer is like, I never really intended upon being a singer. I wanted to be a guitar player. I wanted to be like Slash or Angus Young. That's what I wanted to do originally, and then I found who Crosby, Stills, and Nash were, and Jackson Browne, and the Eagles, and James Taylor, and you could go on and on. Simon and Garfunkel. I mean, God, the list just doesn't end. But then I started to write my own songs, and I wanted a band originally, but then I just didn't find what I was looking for, so I continued to just be by myself with my guitar, and eventually was like, okay, well, I guess I'm just going to have to do this by myself for now, at least to be self-contained for now, and get a band together someday. But so out of necessity, started singing. And I think the thing to learning how to sing is not really a gift that you're born with. I think you just have to be honest with yourself and recognize when it sounds bad, you know, and not think, oh, that's just my style, you know. If it's flat, it's flat. I'm sorry, you know, and that's fine. You know, everyone's different, you know. But for me, maybe it's the perfectionist side of me. I'm striving to be, you know, whatever I want to be. But, you know, I don't want to sound flat or sharp. You know, I'm trying to hit it on the note. That's just where I'm coming from. You know, everyone's different. You know, it takes all kinds to make the world go round. But that's where I'm coming from. So let's see. That was that one. Okay, there's one more song on the collection of demos. I'm not calling it a record or an album because it's, although it is a CD that you can get. And, you know, I was talking to Josh earlier, who's the monitor guy over here, and a good friend of mine that's got me here in the first place. So thank you very much for that. I wouldn't be here without him, and I'm enjoying. Met Sam and Sammy that are having me here and filming. This is their studio, and it's an awesome, this is a really cool experience to be able to sit here and do this. I mean, it's insane. I just recorded this album, and a month later, here I am doing this. So I'm putting this thing into motion, and we'll see where it leads, one step at a time. But Josh mentioned, you know, I bought about 50 copies of this, or 50 blank CDs, and I printed out 50 copies of the imagery, you know, the inlet. And obviously, I can make more. But I guess I should mention like an email or something like that. That was the idea here, you know, my email. And I only really have my email, so I'm probably going to have to figure out a way to filter that. But BobbyCorbin7@gmail is my email. And I guess if anyone out there listening actually wants one of these, which is surprising, I never even thought of that concept yet, because I haven't thought about the business side of it at all. I've been thinking about just writing the songs, because that's the bottom line, where I come from. You know, obviously I want to pay the bills. I don't want to work at a coffee shop forever, but right now that's where I'm at. So if you want one or something, you know, if you like it, reach out, or for any reason, you know, BobbyCorbin7@gmail.com is how you'll find me. And I guess I'll have to go to the library and sign on to my email once in a while. What's that? Josh was talking to me here. He's telling me to do something. It's how to spell my name. Okay, yeah. So B-O. I was gonna get there. I know. BOBBY7@gmail.com. And if you don't know how to spell Gmail, I'm sorry, I can't help you with that one. But that's my name. That's my real name. I'm really Robert James Corbin III, but Bobby is who I've been since the day I was born, and that's what I'm happy with. I don't want to change my name, and my real name is who I really am, and that's what I'm trying to do, is be honest and write true songs, not trying to put some show on here. So, yeah, email me if you're interested. That's kind of a funny concept, I think. But that's really how it's going to go here. You know, I don't want to, as I said, although I enjoy my job right now working at a coffee shop, I don't want to do that forever. You know, I would like to travel the world and do that by playing music and be able to afford to do it by playing music. That's the goal here. And, you know, maybe afford a boat in the harbor in the town that I'm from. You know, it'd be a dream of mine to do something like that. So there's dreams here. But right now I'm really at a good place, putting things into motion. You know, there's plenty of concepts here for the future. Anyways, let's get back to the actual matter at hand here. And this is the last song on the record. You know, demos, whatever you want to call them. This one's called Follow Me Home, I guess is what I've chosen. A lot of these songs I kind of wrote and then was reluctant to name it. But I guess I have to choose a name for it. Anyways, okay, here we go.
Once when I was 12 years old, I came to know myself. And please, won't you believe me? I am younger than I feel. I'm just looking for something real here, something to love and call my own. For I am lost and all alone here. Please, won't you follow me home? So sometimes when I wake, it seems I'm all alone here, but I keep it to myself. wanna bother no one else. So I keep the peace and I go it alone. I bite my tongue and I head on home, all the while wishing someone would follow. The world out there seems oh so cold, but deep down in the core it's oh so warm. Just hoping that someone can see that it ain't hollow. Please, won't you believe me? I am younger than I feel, just looking for something real, yeah. Something to love and call my own. For I am lost and all alone, dear. Please, won't you follow me home? I said, please, won't you follow me home? Please, won't you follow me home? Yeah, and that's that. Cool. So that's the 9 songs that I recorded, and I could have done a million more. I have such a backlog of songs because I've been doing this for a few years now, trying to write songs, and have never made any point of recording any of them until now. So when my friend that was recording with me, he said, you know, just don't do too many, just choose some. So those were the ones that I just decided, okay, I know these ones the most, those are the ones I'll do. So that's that. You know, there's definitely going to be plenty more to come, of course, and we shall see. We shall see. So stay tuned for sure. But so now we've made it to the end of that. I don't know how long it's been. It hasn't been. It's been 40 minutes. Cool. So before I got here, or before I sat down and started talking to you guys through the camera, I was talking to Sam and Sammy and Josh, and they were talking about just music, right? And Jackson Browne came up in conversation. The song These Days in particular, because I love Jackson Browne. He's an absolute influence, because he's one of those masters of, you know, writing things that you feel, and like you listen to it and you're like, oh my God, I felt that, but I couldn't articulate it quite that well, and he's just ridiculous at doing that, you know, and that's the type of stuff that I admire and strive to do. So it's a song that I've played these days, and I love it, you know, especially there's a beautiful demo version of Jackson Browne playing it. You know, there's a million different versions of it. And the studio version is awesome, but there's a demo version where it's just him finger picking. And I've learned it, and I've played it before, but it's been a while, so I was a bit rusty on the lyrics, although I know it now that I'm looking at it. We did print them off for me to look at. So, you know what, give me a second. I'm going to take my first sip of water here. And then look at the lyrics real quick, brush up so I don't mess them up. You know, it's ridiculous that I have to look at lyrics, but, you know, I don't want to mess them up and do Jackson Browne an injustice. So. And I basically know the entire thing. It's the same chords over and over. And that's the thing. It's not some big, complicated, fancy smanchy, you know, oh, we need 6 more chords for the bridge. No, it's just the same progression. You know, just sing the damn song. It's got a melody, it's got a meaning, and that's what matters. So, all right. So if you see me looking over here, all distracted like it's because I'm reading the lyrics. But I think I'll do okay with it. Let's hope. And it's going to be at the 2nd fret. So, like I said, you know, if you've never heard this song before, type in on YouTube Jackson Browne demo of These Days. It's awesome. It really is. This is the definitive version, in my opinion, you know, because he's just such a great finger picker. You know, him and Stephen Stills and James Taylor, that's really got me going for finger picking. Just insane, talented stuff, so. Okay. Well, I've been walking. I don't do too much talking these days. These days. These days I seem to think a lot about the things that I forgot to do for you, and all the times that I had the chance to. And I had a lover. It's so hard to risk another these days. These I seem to be afraid to live the life that I have made in song. Well, it's just that I have been losing so long. Well, I'll keep on moving on. Things are bound to be improving these days, one of these days. These days I sit on cornerstones, count the time in quarter tones to 10. Don't confront me with my failures, for I have not forgotten them. Well, I've been out walking, and I don't do too much talking these days. These days. These days I seem to think a lot about the things that I forgot to do for you, and all the times that I had the chance to. And I had a lover.
I guess we'll stop there. Cool, that's that. These Days by Jackson Browne. Such a damn good song. And Greg Allman does a great version, and there's the Nico version, and it's just, yeah. And I'm pretty sure, I don't want to say this and be wrong, but I'm fairly certain, I want to say David Crosby sings harmonies on that, but I'm not quite sure. I think I read the liner notes recently, and I found out it wasn't him. But whoever's singing harmonies in the back of that and the studio version is just absurd. You know, it's just super intense. And that's off the album For Every Man by Jackson Browne, one of my absolute favorite ones. So that's that. That's the shout out to Jackson Browne, who's a huge influence. And I guess the last song I'll do, because I've already done basically what I imagined I was going to come here to do, was a song that I guess, so Josh, my friend that had me come here, I met him a few weeks ago at a party, and we kind of just hit it off on the same page of music and talking about different tunes and stuff. And as we got to hang out a little bit, and I told him about myself, he said, well, dude, you should come over to the studio and come play. You know, on a day that we have some free time, you should totally do it. And he heard my songs, and he thought I was worthy, or whatever you want to call it, of doing it. And I'm honored that he was willing to. Oh man, if you heard that, I don't know. I'm not going to repeat that. I am a student, is what I am. You know, that's what we all are. You know, life is for learning and growing and getting better at shit. So, excuse my language. But he told Sam and Sammy about me, and kind of in explaining who this person was that he wanted to come over, he told a story about me and taking a Greyhound bus trip. And so last summer I took a Greyhound bus trip. I had finished the job I was working at, and I had a bunch of money saved up because I was a server at the time, and you know, servers make good money, and I was just so burnt out with the stress that comes from it. It's a stressful job, it really is. I enjoyed it for the time, but it got to be a lot. So I said, you know what, I'm going to just finish my job, I'm going to pay my month's rent, and I'm going to buy a Greyhound bus ticket and take an adventure up to Boston, where I'm from, to hang out with my friends who had all just graduated college. It was really the last time that we were going to all be together, in a sense. And not that we're divided now, but you know, people have started to go their separate ways. I got friends out in Colorado and up in New Hampshire and stuff, and everyone's kind of going their separate ways. This is another chapter of our lives. So I chose to go up there and take an adventure. I didn't want to just fly up there. I was like, you know what, I got the time, I got nowhere to be but right where I am now. And I'm going to maybe get a few songs out of this experience too. I'm going to go on the Greyhound bus and, you know, keep my notebook at the ready with a pen and stuff in case anything came of inspiration, or I just wanted to observe anything. And of course, when I got to the Greyhound bus station, the bus was delayed, so I was sitting there for a couple of hours, and what better to do? You know, I just had a little duffel bag full of clothes and my electric guitar and my acoustic guitar, the one that you see here. And I was just strumming, and the chords actually started, like my last week of work, like one of my last few days there, I was strumming these chords, and then it came to fruition literally at the bus stop, and then on the bus as I was leaving Nashville, heading up towards Bowling Green, Kentucky. And again, a lot of these words are literally what I experienced, but I don't know, it somehow came together. You can be the judge of what you think about it, but And yeah, it's very true. This is just what, I'm just singing about what my experience was, and I'm happy. I did get a few songs out of the trip, and that's exactly what my idea was. And then I had a great time up in Boston, and now I'm back to, here we are, you know, trying to play some songs for you. So I don't even really have a name for this one yet, because I don't know, it's still in the, not perfectly done, it's not there yet, but it basically is. I just haven't given it the final stamp of done yet. Anyways, so this is the last song I'll play here before I sign off with you folks, and this is how it goes. That's not part of the song, I'm just making sure the capo is where it needs to be. Okay.
Untold, like have you ever let a lion through a rainstorm, or let a comet from gold? Kept trying when you came on, or sat crying all alone. Got to walk along the lanes, and you must sail across the waves. You're gonna find your way home, trudging through the snow. And if you stray from the road, you'll have a story that's untold. I saw a penny lying with its heads up, but I thought I'd leave that good luck for someone else. The cost is what you pay. Change laws to make another man's day. I sat rhyming at the bus stop, with the rhyming in the backdrop. Fought back crying when I felt hope, just kept smiling with my chin up, 'cause they're just words upon the page. And my life is bound to change. You got to keep on running, got to keep on moving, just a little each day. Got to keep on running, got to keep on moving, got to make a little loving, and I'll be on my way. Got to keep on running, got to keep on moving, got to make a little loving, I'll be on my way. Got to keep on running, got to keep on moving, just to make a little loving, and I'll be on my way. Got to keep on running, got to keep on moving, just to make a little loving, and I'll be on my way. And that's that. And as I was singing it, telling you guys how it's a true story, the first lines of the verse are, have you ever let a lion through a rainstorm, or let a comet from the cold? Obviously, that's a bunch of nonsense. That was something, there's a song by Crosby, Stills, and Nash called Horses Through a Rainstorm. And that was just a gibberish line that came to me, and you know, it worked, but the rest of the song, other than that, I mean, I've never let a lion through a rainstorm. I can't say I have. I don't really plan on it either, to tell you the truth. But that's that. So, cool. Thank you to the 615 Hideaway for letting me do this. This has been really fun. I've never done anything like this before, but I have enjoyed it. And again, my name's Bobby Corbin. You know, you can go back in the video and see the beautiful thing is you can go back in the video here. This is the 21st century, so you can go back and look at the part where I gave you the whole spiel about all the email and stuff and how to spell my name and all that good, important stuff. And, you know, who knows? I'd be interested to see what the response is here. Maybe I'll get nothing. You know, I'm not really good with looking at my email because I don't have a computer or a smartphone, to tell you the truth. But I guess I'll go to the library down the end of the street and
sign into my email, and I'll try to get back to you guys. So cool. Thank you to the 615 Hideaway. It's all about the music. Exactly. Thank you again. That's it.